Hello, SKELE VADERites. Last weekend, I met up with BLUESNAGGLEROCKER. He's a pal of mine, and he shows up in our chats and during our Toy Frenzy episodes. Took a tour of his toy room, and it is awesome. Let's have a close look. All right, the first thing that I saw when I walked in were these two gentle giant figures. We got IG-88, which is one of my favorites, and of course Yak Face. Got skeleton warriors, got a Darth Vader there. Already, the moment I walked into the space, I was just floored by, number one, what an extensive and varied collection he has. I was just really excited and impressed by everything that I saw. This Boba Fett is beautiful. That Jawa's great. Love the Star Wars Toy Center sign he has. I noticed that he had two of those. An image of him with Tim Heidecker, which is cool. From Tim and Eric Awesome Show. They got a hidden Luke Skywalker there, which I thought was pretty funny. Beautiful Stormtrooper mask, and that new Knight Rider from Hot Wheels. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Man, then I look up and there's the Jawa playset, the vintage Jawa transport playset. Right next to that, we've got the Cantina playset. The cardboard's still in great shape, fantastic. Vintage, Maximilian from the Black Hole. I got real jealous on that one for sure. And so many oddballs here. Look at that. The bad guy from Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Love that character. Love that figure. So cool he has him. Just so much. And there's the newer Maximilian too. One of which I got during around Christmas time. And Cylons. A boxed AT-AT or AT-AT. A boxed X-Wing. Just a lot of great stuff here. Now, I've known James, who's, BLUESNAGGLEROCKER on YouTube. Known him for a long time. Oh, and look, I brought him those paintings. Known him for a long time, and it was great to catch up with him and see what he's been collecting over these years. This is a ComicCon Exclusive. I believe ComicCon Exclusive. Forgive me if I got that wrong. But I love this set. It's so cool. A figure from each of the films. Each of the 6 films. But when he's like, well, check this out. And then he's like, when he opened it up, you'll see, he's going to open it up here. I just was floored by what's inside. For those of you that are fans, you probably already know, but I didn't know about this. This is amazing. A Jar Binks in carbonite. That's hilarious. That made me so happy. That made my day. But yeah, fantastic. So stoked to see that. Never even had heard of that. Lots of great sort of funny setups too, which is cool. He has a good sense of humor. But look at the size of that AT-AT or that AT-AT, and look at the size of that Millennium Falcon. Just enormous and great. There's a Beavis right there. And an alligator. And then he had some artwork here, which I thought was cool. It made me feel good about bringing him those 5 paintings. So he collects art as well, which is cool. And this R2-D2 from Gentle Giant, I started weeping on the inside. But I love this Darth Vader, definitely a Central Valley of California Darth Vader there. But yeah, so I brought him those paintings, and he gave me 2 Detolfs. So you'll see that here pretty soon. If you watch the next episode of Toy Frenzy, you'll see that behind me. And that's coming up this week, this Thursday night. And this is my first time seeing a Classics Castle Grayskull in person. So I definitely took some time to have a close look at that. And I thought it was cool. He had a Pixel Dan PowerCon tour video playing while I was in there. Up here, he's got a really really hilarious illustration of Chewbacca, which I thought was cool, very cool, and just a lot of great Star Wars stuff. Look at that IG-88. I'm a huge fan of IG-88, so every time I see a collector that is also a fan, I get real excited. And there's that really cool Skeletor that came from Sonic. So yeah, lots of good stuff in this collection, folks. And another thing that I hadn't had a chance to see in person was the Classics Snake Mountain until this day. So we're going to get a look at that here in a moment too. I mean, there's just so much to take in, and love those Ninja Turtles. They look like they're reissues of the vintage figures, which is cool. And down here, he's got a Gentle Giant Darth Vader. He just recently found a Castle Grayskull out there in the wild, and a Gentle Giant Stormtrooper. This collection just won't quit. So cool. Helmet back there, which is great. The reissue of the Masters of the Universe Merman, which is great. Some classics figures. I mean, Castle Grayskull Man back there, and Skeletor here. So cool to see them. I didn't ask him to take that Castle Grayskull Man out, even though I really did want to see what it looked like in person. And then up here, he has some of his classics mixed in with vintage, and also mixed in with Origins. Up here all posed with his Snake Mountain, that Granomir man. I just love that Granomir, and this is my first time seeing the details on that bone throne that comes with the classic Snake Mountain. Here's a Mondo Skeletor, just gorgeous. First time seeing that in person as well. I just wanted to take in as much of this Snake Mountain as I possibly could. Folks, if you have one of these, I'm really happy for you. Honestly, this playset is a massive achievement in toy making. Super 7, I'm not sure why they never received an award for this. Being in the presence of this thing really has proven to me that the Snake Mountain playset, or the last hurrah of the classics line, really is amazing. Close look here. The sculpt on the snake face is amazing. All the details here, and there's a classic Skeletor as well. Seeing him in person just really is great. What an amazing figure. I always appreciate a collection that is displayed in a way that shows a sense of humor, but also shows and emphasizes the sense of fun or a sense of play. And his collection definitely does that. I love seeing a vintage Millennium Falcon whenever I run into one. I love all the Star Wars vehicles. And he's got them all on display up here in a place of honor. And of course, right in the center of his toy room is the spectacular Razor Crest from Hasbro Pulse. Seeing it in person is really quite different than seeing the YouTube videos. This thing is beautiful. Listen, I want to send a huge thank you out to BLUESNAGGLEROCKER, my friend James. Thanks for this toy room tour. Thank you so much. This was really awesome. And thank you so much for taking possession of those 5 paintings. They're going to be in a great collection. I'm very excited. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to click like and subscribe. Tell your friends about the SKELE VADER channel. And a big thank you to my patrons, Carol, Geis, Gamerbudd, Brick Something, and MotuOriginsCork. And of course, I'll see you in the next episode of Toy Frenzy this Thursday night. All right, folks, I'll see you in the next video.